Oh my god, that's good.
And are you helping us cook?
Hi there. Today we're making Bakewell Tart. So basically what that is, it's a frangipane jam tart. So for the pastry, we're going to add some icing sugar. We're going to sift it in. Then we're going to add our butter. And I'm going to put in some lemon zest as well. So I'm using my fingers now to just melt the butter into the icing sugar. We're just looking for like a thick paste like this. That's what you want to get. We're going to add in our egg yolks. I have 2 here. Okay, so this is how it looks at this stage. And now we're going to add our flour and a little bit of salt. Pinch of salt. And here we go. Okay, so now I'm bringing it back together with my hands. It's a really light dough because you're using the icing sugar as well, which makes it really light. It feels really lovely to work with. By the way, you can make this in a stand mixer if you want. It's probably a little easier. Okay, so here we have it. It's very easy to make and it's a lovely soft dough, like that. We're going to rest it in the fridge now for about an hour. Wrap it up in some cling film, and off she goes.
And again, are you helping us cook?
Okay, so we're gonna make the filling now for our tart. So we're gonna make a frangipane. Basically, it's butter, eggs, sugar, and almond flour. Add the sugar, and we're gonna whisk that up. Okay, so you should be whisking this on high for about 4 minutes, but I'm going to stop it right now because I just want to scrape down the edges of the bowl. So this recipe calls for 3 eggs. So I like to crack my eggs in a bowl as I need it instead of, you know, doing it right into the bowl here because you may get some shell and I don't want that. So 1 at a time. So one egg goes in and we're going to put a mix. I'm also adding rose water. So now it does look, you see, if you come closer, you see it looks kind of curdled. That's okay. Once we add the flour and the almond flour, that will all come together and it'll look lovely. So let's get rid of this. We don't need this right now. Scrape again. So now we're adding our almond flour, our regular flour, and it goes. Okay, so we're gonna fold this in. Okay, so this is what you'll end up with, okay? Now this will keep in the refrigerator covered for a long time. You can even put it in the freezer if you wanted to, and that'll keep for months. But we're gonna use it right away today. Now we're going to roll out our dough. Yeah, like this. So, just gonna butter the pan here. So let's get the dough going here. So I've got a lightly floured rolling pin and in we go. Try to keep it round to match your pan. And keep moving it around just to make sure that it doesn't stick. Okay, the easiest way to transfer is just to lightly half your dough, quarter your dough, and then sort of in the middle like this, open it up. Okay, there it is. Very gently push it in. Just lift up the edges so that you're not tearing it. If you do tear it, it's not a big deal. You can patch it up. It's a very forgiving dough. Get it as much as you can into the corners here. Okay, like this. Using your rolling pin, it'll do the work for you to take off the edges. Just roll it right over your pan. But what I am going to do right now is I'm not going to bake this right away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes or so, and that will help with that. The other thing I need to do is to dock my pastry. This just allows some of the air to escape so that when it does blind bake, it's not going to puff up, because you don't want it to puff up. So just with a fork. Blind bake our pastry now. It's nice and firm from being in the fridge. Get some parchment paper. It's always easier with the parchment paper if you just, I've already done it, but I'm just showing you. Scrunch it up, that way it just sits nicer. And you can get, I have dried beans, but you can use anything that's dried like this and heavy. You can use rice if you want, or you can go and get those, they're actual beans specifically. I think they're made out of ceramic, but you know what? If you don't want to do that, this works a treat. Right up against the edge so that your edges don't fall down. Okay, we're going to blind bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes. After which we are going to take off the beans and we're going to further bake it for about 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, our tart shell is all ready. Now we're going to put the jam in. So I'm using raspberry jam. I usually put in about 3 tablespoons, more or less. Just spread it around like this. Try to get it as evenly as you can. So we're going to put this in blobs like that. Spread it out. Try to be gentle here because you don't want to disrupt the jam too much. Close to the edge as you can. A handful of sliced almonds. Just sprinkle them around. So let's have a taste. Okay, let's go. Oh my God, that's good. You know what is good? Nice strong cup of coffee. Delicious.